Hello. I'm just gonna give a little minute before I begin. Hello, love. See, I'm just giving a little minute before I begin. How are you doing? I don't know about everyone else, but these scorpionic energies have hit me like an absolute ton of bricks today. I was like, what is this energy? And then I remembered we are now in Scorpio season. Hello, blessings to you. Cool. So yeah, I have some stuff I kind of want to touch on before I launch into the light language, which it feels very earth-based, a lot of kind of lower energy center energy coming through as well, which also really aligns with those scorpionic energies. And the kind of messages coming through before as well were really around taking these big ideas that we have and like grounding them into the Earth's grid. And I work with a lot of people that are new Earth blueprinters and are healers and helpers. I'd say like 90% of my clients come under that bracket. Hey Femi. I was just saying, yeah, probably 90% of my clients come under that bracket of like healers and helpers. And I know that we can have these really big, beautiful, expansive ideas that are so intertwined and aligned with our blueprint, but we can sometimes struggle to manifest them and bring them into our realities, because often we're playing small. And I had a huge awakening around that last night. I did a podcast that I'm so excited to share with this wonderful intuitive woman, hey Liz, from the States actually, and she just together our energies just worked so beautifully. And I really was, I think, kind of was able to bear witness to my own magic in a way that I haven't fully acknowledged before. And I can be so guilty of playing small and of hiding and of downplaying my gifts. And it was really one of those moments where I was like, I have got to stop doing this. Like, this is getting silly, I am only holding myself back. And it was such a kind of moment of awakening. And so today I've been moving through this whole kind of reconciliation with myself of like forgiving myself for all the times that I haven't shown up for me, and that I've just kind of played small. And I think I don't know if it's something that just goes with the healer helper territory, that we play small and we're afraid to kind of show the world who we really are and the gifts that we have to share. And so a lot of this clearing that's coming through feels like it's really connected with that releasing of those old templates around playing small, the releasing of a lot of those kind of sacral energies of feeling guilty about who we are and the magic that we have to offer this world. And so let me just see if there was anything else that I really want to share. I also think it's interesting that it kind of has come around after this Aries full moon as well. During that full moon, I was like feeling all of this clarity, and it didn't hit me. I think I was mentioning this to Femi actually. At the time of the Aries full moon, I was like, oh my gosh, I feel so, all this clarity. And then it was in those days afterwards, I was like, feeling like this energy moving through me of like really bearing witness to the places I wasn't stepping into my sovereignty. And so I think it's interesting, we're coming from this Aries full moon into this Scorpio season, Scorpio sun energy, and it's like moving into bridging that deeper level of sovereignty that we're all moving through together as a collective. And so I had been hearing like, you need to go live on Wednesday, and it hadn't clicked at that point that it was actually first day of Scorpio season. But I was like, okay, fine. Like, and I kept hearing, it's about the earth, it's about the earth. And so I am feeling that a lot of these kind of codes, these sort of frequencies that are going to be coming through are around these kind of collective wounds that we've seen coming up, those very Martian energies, Aries, Scorpio, all about personal power and sovereignty and freedom and like just being out there, you know, and that's one thing I keep hearing as well. It's like, put yourself out there, and just be the fullest expression of yourself that you can be. So I am just feeling in. If you guys have any like questions or anything about light language as well, I feel like I kind of know everyone who's on here. But if you have any questions or anything about light language, then feel free to put it in the chat, and I am happy to answer. And yeah, so this this sort of multi-dimensional transmission is, you know, our intention for it is to just shift whatever is blocking us from stepping into that next layer of ourselves, and whatever is kind of blocking us from showing up in our fullest expression. So just starting to just tune in to the space and just dropping into that heart center and really feeling that bridge between the heart and the throat start to open up, and just bridging up to the crown as well, ready to receive whatever is in the highest alignment for you to receive. Just taking a deep breath, filling your heart portal with light, and just allowing that just to drop down down into solar plexus, sacral, and the root. And I was hearing beforehand as well, this will be an ancestral clearing. There's a lot of, I think, showing up and feeling like we can't show up fully is often past life, it's often ancestral, an inner child, you know, it really is often a multi-dimensional complex issue that we experience. But that was one of the things that kept coming through beforehand, was like, okay, deep ancestral timeline clearing happening here. Particularly of the mother line. Just breathing into the heart space again. And just feeling Gaia coming through and just inviting us to sync up our heartbeat with the heartbeat of the earth. Hi, Maya. Just feeling that invitation from this beautiful planet. Just feeling her pulsing energy. She's sharing as well, it's like everybody has this unique blueprint that is in perfect resonance with the frequencies that she holds at this time, and every time that we're not stepping into that, it's like we're holding the old earth grids in place. Hey Sarah, we're holding these older old paradigm grids in place, so it's like trusting all those little nudges that you get around stepping into sharing yourself, whatever that looks like, in whatever way that may be coming up for you. There's so much around clearing out these old ways of being that are just no longer in resonance. And remembering that this is all heart-based, all of these initiations and everything that we are stepping through at this time is so deeply connected with the heart. Just feeling these really strong oceanic energies coming through. And all of the whale beings. Mishakantai wele say wish Vishakayatan of the angels coming through, the Elohim Wikatoi Enyana sa Rushukura Saya Shukurasa Vishakataya Shukurasa. We're just asking our bodies, wherever they're holding these templates, which are not ours, or we have bought and sold as ours, but they do not actually belong to us. They belong to these old earth grids, which are collapsing so fast right now. We're just asking for those to be released. And you can just almost imagine these, like this volcano erupting. Hey Rebecca. And just moving into the throat, and we're just clearing these old persecution timelines. Mishakantai seru shoye sukurasha urusaya shukurosaya shukurosaya shoye sukuroshaya sa visha sukoyasha visaya lokoya karate unkoyasha masaya shukurosaya sha futkaya sa rushantaya sukoya shukurasa futakasaya sukrosha futakataya sakurut ukrutaya shukurotaya shukurotaya shukure shukumasai kaya tekerete shukurasa Vishakantaya sukuru shukurutoya shukurusaya shukurutaya shukumasai lakutaya shukurese Vishantaya sukuru shoya sakraya sa urushaya sukrashaya sukre ekre krekre osikra shakrataya no sukrutaya sha mitara saya nukura saya shukuru saya shakura saya sukura sa musukurutaya shukurata toya shukurasaya sukraya Vitalai sui shukuranta sakreya sui shukurasaya 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 shukurantasaya Vitaya sikeya saya shukurasa, opening the throat. Kokoya sakoya shukurasa Mishakantaya sa kreya shukuraya sa Fitakeya sa. Just feeling a lot of fairy energy helping support us with this. Kokoya sakoya shukurasanta shukurataya tukurotakashay Mishakatoya sukurataya shukurasaya sha Vutakaya shukraya sa Vishay kri and saya so shukurasaya shukrasaya sha Huikaya sa. Yeah, Rebecca, I'm so feeling a lot of witchy energies with that. Futakasaya sukosha Rututututuya tututukutaya tu shukurasakataya tukarataya shukurasa Vutakasaya sai tai Huikantaya sa Mushukurasaya shukurasaya 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 shukurasa Vutakashaya. And Gaia is just bridging in these, like, just feels like empowerment codes for takasai kurundasha kurutaya shukra emitting from the throat. Hukukuya sakrunta shukrunta shukru shukrusaya shukrasa, just sending forgiveness across all of the timelines, all of the places where we've been unable to speak up for ourselves, or we haven't felt safe to speak up for ourselves in this lifetime and in others. That feels kind of galactic for some people as well, sensing a lot of off-planet energies with that one, which is interesting. Getting a lot of Mentakan energy with that. As a Capricorn, I pray Gaia saves me from the exit strategy of Pluto right now. Yeah, I totally get that. I think it's hitting Capricorns and other like cardinal signs really hard. That one. Yeah, and just feeling a kind of almost felt like a kind of softening energy coming through with what you were kind of in response to what you were saying, Maya. So hopefully you're feeling that hitting your field. Hitting hard, no mercy, yeah. And I just hear it's all happening for you. I know that's like the most like thing to hear sometimes, but it's so true that when these big celestial events are happening, it's like they're not happening to us, they're happening for us. And I know, Maya, that you're more than capable of handling it. Mutaka shikurate sa vitakante soy shukuranda samaya shakrata karaito karate sukrete yashe sukra shikreta sa frutakonta shikumasa mutakosha mutashukusaya sa shakrut aya shukrat aya shikrete karate kurata karata kante sa mishakoya sa. This feels like it's kind of working with the it's like almost, it feels like a lower chamber of the throat. Yeah, and I'm just seeing a lot of past lives with injuries around this area. Hey Dustin. Wishakaya sa krunda shumusaya shakri kre kre shikraya sa mushe sekre I kre kre asa rushukuya sa wushui seke oshasakaya sa urushukurataya namasa. I just felt all the dragon energy arrive as soon as you got on the call, Dustin. Mushukurasa shukuranda sa masaya sakra ashakarataya tui shasakrat aya shukuratakraya sa mushikarataya shukurataya shukurut oi shukurataya shukumasaya she Hushakantaya sa futakasa fushakasaya shukrasa vitalaya sukura sui shukrasa mishe krek e kukui sukrashanda sakreta visha sukre e shikri kreke hushasana sa fukasaya sa. Oh my goodness, that is some intense clearing around the throat, and what I'm seeing is like it's like all of these timelines just clearing, collapsing, clearing, collapsing, clearing, collapsing, and then it's like this blueprint activation for the throat. I think so many people who are on this transmission, receiving this transmission, going to be receiving this transmission, have these really important messages that are going to be coming through over the next little while as we're sort of stepping into, it feels like a whole new timeline, and I think we've kind of been merging onto this one for a while, and it feels like this whole rebirth that we're we are stepping into right now is so much around that, like, prophet kind of archetype, like sharing those really important messages that you're receiving. So yeah, seeing these whole kind of energetic blueprint activations around the throat. So just trust what's coming through you, trust what you are channeling, trust what you are receiving, trust what you're being called to share. And share it with power, share it with authority is not the right word, but it's like share it with assertiveness. And just remembering we can still have our softness and our gentleness whilst we are sharing through our sense of autonomy and power. Just feeling a whole bunch of owl energy coming through. That always signifies discernment for me. Okay, so it just feels like we are grounding this in. Okay, I'm just seeing if there's anything else coming through. Just a message around just making sure to stay hydrated to integrate these codes. Okay, so does anybody have any questions or anything around what came through, or anything else you may want to ask? We still felt so much movement on the crown, a tickling in the throat. Oh my gosh, the throat. Whoa. I feel like this was all about the throat. Just feeling a lot of wind, energies moving through. I sort of feel like the transmission is closing. It just feels like there's some last pieces kind of coming through. But happy to answer anything, any questions or any feedback you may have. Yes, felt it strongly in the throat and the chest. Yeah, it felt like such strong throat, heart, like bridging energies. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Sarah. And thank you so much for the live. In your last live, you suggested someone on the call. Ooh, I just got chills. Connect to the fairy world. Any ideas on how to do that? Yes. So I am super connected with the fairy realms, and I would suggest, if it's not kind of you're not feeling like you're able just to bridge that connection straight away right now, I would suggest going into nature. Spend as much time in nature. I know it's cold, I know it's kind of wet right now, it's wet where I am anyway, but go into nature and just start to listen. Just start to listen to the trees, start to listen to the rocks, as weird as that may sound. It's like just start to tune in and sit in silence in nature, and that is how I really started to bridge my connection with the fairies was just going out and just being like, I'm here and I really want to connect with you. And like, I'm open, and I find the more and more connected that you are to your heart space, the more that they're able to connect with you. If you're really closed off in your heart, if you've got a lot of walls up, if you're feeling like disconnected from life in general, it's going to be harder to be able to hear those messages from them. But I would say go out into quiet spots in nature and set that intention that you want to connect, and gradually it will start to open up. There's, everybody has access to this stuff. Everybody has access to the elemental kingdom. Some people are more connected than others, sure, but everybody can communicate with fairy realms. Everybody has access to that. So it can sometimes just take a little bit of time to open up to those frequencies and start to be able to tune into them and go, okay, that's what the frequency of the fairy realm feels like. And you'll be able to differentiate between that and like speaking with a human, for example, or speaking with, connecting with a dog or a cat. It's like they all have their own frequencies. So it really is a case of just dedication and devotion and asking, asking you will receive, and really put it out there. But where you'll find those deeper connections with fairies, with fae, with any kind of the telluric and elemental realms is in nature. That is it, So yeah, you can leave offerings, you can the thing I keep hearing, and maybe it is quite specific, but it's just listen, like just listen, and you will start to open up. Sometimes it can just take a little bit of time. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. And Rebecca, thank you. Shakti, that was beautiful. Oh, thank you for coming. Maya, absolutely beautiful, resonates deeply as all the work we've done in sessions. It's around this work for me. I keep on here to book a session, so you're like, amazing. That's wonderful. And yes, okay, cool. Guys, thank you all so much for coming. And yeah, I'm loving doing the lives. I keep hearing like every week. I'm like, is that not quite a lot? But I also love doing it. So I don't have like a set day every week kind of thing. I'm just seeing it as it sort of drops in and stuff. So yeah, but absolutely loving doing these and loving that you guys are coming along. So yeah, unless anyone has anything else that they want to share, I will close this space. And just seeing your message. Love that. Rocks are my favorite. Yeah, I love the rocks as well. Oh my god. Love the rocks. Thank you, Femi. Thank you for coming along. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, all you beautiful people, for coming. Thank you, Maya. Sending you all so much love. Enjoy the rest of your evenings, and I will speak to you all soon in some capacity. Much love. Goodbye.